When I looked to the left to get my son, he was sitting in the bleachers with his hands in his pocket. His eyes was open and they were glazing.
Mike Tennant loves football. Awesome. So it doesn't matter to him that his own Atlantic City's not playing. He's there with his sister, he's there with his mother, he's there with the hundreds of other people that have become his temporary family for that football game. And just like them, he's cheering every hit. Just like them, he's booing every bad call. And he can see it so clearly in his mind. He can see his own future. How he's grown big down on that sideline himself. How he's wearing that uniform. And the giant overhead lights turning night to day, creating a special shine in his helmet. And it's so real. It's so real in his head. It's like he could turn to the coach in the very next play and say, "Coach, put me in, I'm ready." And there he is, cheering with everyone else, having time with his life. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, that is the best part about sports. That for a community, for a fan, for a team, for a player, there's always the next play. There's always the next game. There's always the next season. Because there is always, always, always hope. But not for Mike Tennant, not anymore. This defendant murdered Mike Tennant. This defendant shot Mike Tennant in the neck, and all of his hope poured out of his neck with his blood that stained those shiny silver bleachers bright red that night.
I had recorded the punt, and if I recall, the play didn't go anywhere, so I stopped recording at that point. Brief seconds later, I heard a popping sound, several popping sounds. So my instinct was to first hit the record button and started scanning with my camera what the reaction was happening. It just kind of happened. I've never been faced with something like this before, so I just hit the record button.
When those shots went off, what happened?
I told my daughter to run. Everybody started running. Like they were like hopping the fences, like knocking the fences down. They was running people over.
When your daughter ran, what did you do?
I looked to the left of me to get my son.
And what was he doing?
When I looked to the left of me to get my son, he was sitting in the bleachers with his hands in his pocket. His eyes was open and they were glazing.
Did you attempt to give him any kind of first aid or help him?
No, I can't.
Okay, what did you do when you panicked?
I was screaming for help.
And when they came to help, can you tell us, did you see what they were trying to do and what they were doing?
They were like trying to take his clothes off, get him CPR.
At any other time that night, did you see him move or speak? Take your time. There's some tissue there.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's okay. This is the last question. At any time after that, any time after you heard the gunshots, did you ever see him move or speak or any of those things?
No.
Any signs of life?
No.
No.
I don't think there was like a fight going on, so I was just talking to my friends, and then we heard shots, so everyone just ran crazy. Everyone like ran in the same direction, like towards the school.
At the time the shots came out, did you think you got hit?
Yes, I felt it.
What did it feel like?
It didn't hurt at the time, but when I got back to the car, it hurt.
Were you scared?
Yes.
Were you worried about your friends?
Yes.
You see, a few weeks before this defendant shot Cody and even murdered Micah, this defendant's cousin was killed. This defendant blamed it. Blamed him so much he was going to have his own selfish revenge. Blamed him so much that this defendant decided to get a gun, bring it after halftime to a high school football game, march right up, and fire into those stands.
On October 28th, 2019, which was about 2 weeks before the game, Ibn Abdullah tried to shoot and kill Alvin Wyatt. He has admitted to doing that under oath to this very court. He missed. On November 15th, 2019, he tried to do it again at the football game. One of the first actions the police had to take at this game was to disarm Ibn Abdullah.
Did you bring a gun to that game?
Nope. I pleaded guilty to it, but yeah. If that's your question, next question.
Okay, my question is, first, did you plead guilty to bringing a gun to the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Second, did you bring a gun to that game? Does that help you remember where you had the gun that night?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you have it?
Please.
Your waistband? Did you plead guilty to shooting at Alvin Wyatt on October 28th, 2019?
I guess if that's the name he had down.
Did you plead guilty to shooting at Alvin Wyatt on that date?
Yeah, but like I told them, I don't know who shooting. I don't know. Just like I said, I'm just pleading to get the case off the way.
Okay, but
And I asked them, I said, is that gonna get brought up in his trial or anything? They said no. So if it was, I wouldn't even plead into it. Just like I told you last week when you came to me and asked me to testify, I told you I want to testify. I told you all that. And you started talking about, oh, that's part of your deal. Nothing was a part of my deal. Because I wouldn't even took the deal.
okay, I understand all that.
I didn't see who shot at you.
That's okay. I'm just asking if you pled guilty to shooting at a man named Alvin Wyatt.
Yeah.
Did you see Alvin Wyatt at the football game that night?
No.
Do you know what Alvin Wyatt looks like? Sitting at the defense table? If the record can reflect, Judge.
Yes, the record will reflect.
Hundreds of innocent people are packed into those bleachers. And this defendant takes his gun out with his left hand and he points. And he fires. Bam! 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 Eight shots this defendant fired into that crowd. A crowd filled with grandparents, parents, mothers, fathers, daughters, babies, students. 8 times he fired point blank into that crowd. Did they come rapidly or were they spaced out?
It was coming back.
Could you tell where they were coming from?
Down below, that was the top of me. Down below. I was upward, and they were looking towards this way, trying to shoot the person.
So they're looking into the stands.
Looking into the stands, yes.
What was your emotion or what were you thinking when you saw him shooting in the crowd?
I don't know, this shot. Boom, great, nuts.
And what did you do?
My instinct was just to follow the person. Because, doing something like that, it's like, they nuts, they crazy.
Did you follow him?
Yes, sir.
Again, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, thank you.